It is about time I do this. Holy shit, you guys have no idea how many mess ups, how much I've been trying. I've literally been trying to upload this since Sunday. I am not exaggerating. I don't know what's going on with Storm connections and SharePlay, but they just don't like to work together. Hey guys, it's Professor Jester, and we're finally going to make this video of my mistake. I was so wrong about older Kankuro, and I am absolutely sorry, you guys. I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. Let's fix my mistakes. Older Kankuro is the second best puppet master, and the things he has is just incredible. But he does take PTS Kankuro still takes the most skill, but older Kankuro does take quite a bit of skill. Second most skill in my opinion. Definitely not a beginner's puppet like he was in Storm 4. Absolutely not. There are 3 main traits that make him good, and we're going to go over those, but we're going to go over the whole character kit. Also, this is unscripted because I don't want to do it. Let's begin. First is his AC1 or his air combo. This is absolutely broken still, even though what made us think it was bad was because in 60 FPS they changed it where if you can see right here, I'm about to go with the dummy and I'm going to put on wind damage. So when you do the air combo in 60 FPS, it does that. And that's kind of what made us think it was bad. However, boy, were we wrong. It is still very good. It's still very fast. It has amazing pressure. It has amazing defense. What you can do, you see later on, you can do like this and then lightning kunai afterwards. If you can do a little bit on the ground like that, you can trap them so they can't block, and you can continue the combo. You can do the guard break pill, you can do a tag, you can do a bomb ball, you can do everything after the first air hit, and he probably has the best air AC1 or the air hit combo than any other puppet in the game still. It's like right there. It's absolutely, look how fast it is. His dashes are still pretty fast, which we will go over later on too. But it's definitely something you need to keep practicing. If you guys remember back in Storm 4, I would like literally stream for like an hour or two of just me practicing puppets, and I would mostly practice older Kankuro's AC1 dash. That's all I did, and that's what makes you good. So yeah, that's definitely his number 1 trait that makes him really good, but that doesn't kind of what makes him in the debate of who's the best puppet. And let's go over the second one. His tilt jutsu is the second one. What we call his tilt jutsu is like what used to be his tilt in the previous games, or is now his jutsu. That's what we called what we call them. We call them tilt jutsus. And it's still really good. It can hit airborne opponents. It can do pressure. It's faster startup, which you're going to see later on than PTS Kankuro's. But this is kind of like where the debate kind of comes in. There has been a debate. There's some puppet masters that think PTS Kankuro is better, and then or majority think PTS Kankuro is better, and some think that older Kankuro is better. And honestly, the people who think older Kankuro is better has great arguments, especially way later on when we go to his awakening. But dude, like, you could do something like that, and then you can easily follow it. Like, look at that, easily. That's easy damage. It's so easy to do, and it hits airborne. It has a bigger hitbox, and it has amazing track, and it starts that fast. So amazing. You're gonna see that a lot. Second is his Puppet May Rain, his original jutsu. It's not bad. You're only really going to do it when it comes to off, like if they're on the ground, that's when you're going to do it, instead of resetting them with a shuriken, just because when they're on the ground, it allows you to, like if they do a rebound or they try to, you can easily do a ninja dash afterwards like that, but that's the most times you're going to see it. You will rarely see it for off pressure or deep pressure. I think PTS Kankuro's Puppet May Rain is better in my opinion. So combos, you're really only going to see people do the 3-hit combo. There's just no point of doing another combo. If the up and down combos are not worth it, be careful with the hitbox. It's still not that big. And then also be careful with something like this. It does whiff. So a lot of puppet masters, what you see older Kankuro players do is they'll move the puppet right next to them like this, hit their guard, and as soon as they dash guard, it will hit. Then you see neutral right here. If you can hollow step, I haven't hollow stepped in 6 years, so forgive me if I can't do it. that's when you would do the hollow step. Is right there. Next is his tool set. His tool set is really good. He has a bomb ball that allows him to basically do a combo right after with a dash like that. He has a poison tag that obviously we all know how poison works. Is broken, just like Hanzo. That's what makes him either number one or number two. Is just purely because of his poison potential and how much poison is broken in this game. And then with an attack pill, bro, that just does max damage. Older Kankuro's toolset is all about damage, and with the bomb ball, it helps you keep away. So you could do something like this. This is going to do like possibly max damage or so. This is a full bar combo. It's absolutely nutty. I mean, it's about to do like 46 damage, and then you can follow up with a tilt jutsu afterwards. So it's absolutely nutty. You're going to be seeing that a lot. You can do a tag and an attack pill and then start a combo off, and it's broken. His dashes are really good. They're pretty fast. I mean, they're pretty fast for the I think they're faster than Sasori's and Shio. Definitely not faster than PTS Kankuro. PTS Kankuro's always had a faster dash. So always remember about his dashing. His dashing is still pretty fast, so you're going to be utilizing that a lot in matches. Just not as fast as PTS Kankuro's. Next, we're going to talk about his puppet guard. His puppet guard is probably the biggest in the game. If you look at the Black Crow or the Black Ant puppet right here, look how big that thing is. So he has the biggest puppet guard in the game, so he definitely has that over PTS Kankuro, and he's able to do a lot more with it. His grab is absolutely garbage, definitely not like it was in Storm 4, where the Black Crow, if the Black Ant puppet hit or any part of the Crow puppet hit, the grab animation would go through. You can't really restand with it. It's older. PTS Kankuro has a much better grab, probably the best puppet grab in the game. Definitely not. Eclair or Lightning Kunai is kind of really hard to do with with older Kankuro compared to the other puppets, in my opinion. But you could do some things like this, as I mentioned earlier with the air combo. It's very good and utilized. Awakening. This is where I was very wrong, and I'm so sorry, guys. His Awakening is the best puppet awakening in the game, hands down. And if not, top 3 Awakening. The things you can do with this Awakening is busted, and I'm going to talk about everything. First of all, his puppet guard is a little bit weird because you're controlling the Scorpion puppet. We would not be considering him a Sasori. That is Sasori character. We would be referring to his puppet as Scorpion. The Scorpion puppet is really weird, but it is a 1 puppet guard compared to 2, so be cautious on that. His puppet dash is not faster. It's either a little bit slower or if not the same. It's a little bit weird. We're going to talk about his Searing Flame or his D-pad jutsu. Compared to Sasori's, you can immediately restand after the Shuriken. It is larger, and you can't sub Sasori's flaming. But what you do here is I feel like it's easier to set up, and if you time it, you could do something like this, and they couldn't sub it. They couldn't sub it. It's broken. So, yeah, his flaming jutsu is still really good, and you're going to be utilizing that a lot, and it's good for pressure and good for defense. So don't ever forget you have those, and do not stop using those. Those are amazing to do. Next, we're going to talk about his jutsu. His first jutsu, which is his normal jutsu. It poisons. It can do a restand. It comes out faster, and you can do some things with it. Before we go on his what's really broken, let's go on his combo. His combo is just like Sasori's 2-hit. It's an infinite, and then if you finish right after, you can do a jutsu into another restand. So you could have done a dash right there and done a restand and continued. Really good. Let's talk about the broken stuff. Look at his air jutsu. Yep. Yeah. Look at there. That is absolutely broken. You can do so much with it compared to Sasori's. You can literally do this and a dash right after. Look how fast that is. You can't do that with Sasori. Oh my god, his air combo is so broken in this game that you will definitely be utilizing it a lot. So you see it a lot. Definitely. Next is his other jutsu, this jutsu. It's not bad. I think it has a faster startup, maybe if not the same. You could do something like what you do with his tilt jutsu. which is this is his tilt. So it is a tilt jutsu. Is you can do like off pressure, like if they're getting on ground. His grab is weird in my opinion, as compared to the sorceries, but it still poisons, and you can do like a restand, and you still do cool stuff. His shuriken is still pretty good. I think it's better to use him as a puppet than it is him actually, because what you can do with the air combo and just the pressure alone. So his awakening definitely kind of puts him on number one, if a contendant of number one at least. Let's go on a battle. We're going to be showcasing a battle with the best Order Kankuro player, Leek. Well, he's the best puppet master right now anyway, so any puppet he uses, he's probably going to be the best at. He utilizes Order Kankuro like we have not seen before to give a little bit of story. He is not the one that kind of put, him on the map. You can thank Delica for that. For those who want to come at me saying, well, I knew he was good, where did you showcase it? Because that was the thing, is you needed to prove it. Delica was proving it, and Delica found some shit, and he was like, hold up. And then when Delica and Leek fought on rank, that's when Leek was like, wait a minute, there might be potential. And then Leek started using Order Kankuro, and now Leek believes that Order Kankuro is the best puppet master instead of PTS. Delica is back and forth with it. I believe his opinion is still PTS Kankuro's better. My opinion with it is I think they're both just situational and depends on you. For me, I would probably go with Order Kankuro because PTS Kankuro takes a lot of execution, a lot of puppet control, a lot of mastery, and a lot of practice. You can't just, skip playing one day and not know how to use PTS. Like, it takes a minute to warm up a little bit. So he's a character that takes, I think, the most amount of skill, whereas Order Kankuro does take a lot of skill, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he can contest with PTS Kankuro in the overall sense of the game, like the overall cast of the game. Other than his awakening definitely allows him to have an argument to be better than PTS Kankuro's, because that awakening is broken, and it's definitely helped me get some trump cards. So I would personally prefer Order Kankuro in this game, actually fun fact, than even PTS Kankuro. I think this is the first game I've ever played that I would prefer Order Kankuro than PTS, and I've mained PTS for 15 years. Order Kankuro I never have. Same with Sorcery. I've never liked using Sorcery or Order Kankuro. Even in Storm 4, I didn't really like using Order Kankuro just because I just didn't like it, right? But in this game, I kind of like using Order Kankuro compared to PTS. PTS takes a lot of practice, a lot of execution. Like I said, you got to master the control with PTS, and you got to be very creative, right? I think Leek is definitely the face for PTS, whereas Delica would definitely be the face for Order Kankuro. Like, he's definitely the Order Kankuro guy. So hopefully we get a better face for a Sorcery player and a better face for a Shio player. I could say me, but I'm not competitive. Like I said, I really wouldn't consider myself competitive. I only do these things just because I like to support the puppet community as much as I can. But yeah, that's kind of like where it's at with Order Kankuro. Order Kankuro is definitely good. It's just he takes skill. If you want to learn puppets, it's best to pick up Shio or Sorcery to at least get the basics downs and to master the basics for connections, because like I said, I was very wrong at the beginning. I was wrong about how puppets take no skill, and I was very wrong about Order Kankuro sucking. I was wrong in both senses, because they're not brain dead. They take a lot of skill in this game, but they're finally worth it. Like, normally traditional fighters, puppets are really hard to play, but they're so worth it if you master them, and they finally feel like more like a fighter type, like a fighting game puppet archetype, right? So that's what I really like about them in this game. And the fact that, yes, there's times where they will be knocked out of the battle and you can't use them, but if you know how to use, like, if you master their tech fully, you're pretty much always going to have your puppet up, right? Like, 85 to 90% of the match, you're always going to have your puppet up if you're an actual puppet master. So it's absolutely phenomenal. But this is my Order Kankuro remaster guide. I'm sorry, guys, that I was wrong. I hope you guys definitely play as him and give him a shot. He's phenomenal. He just takes a lot of skill and a lot of practice, but absolutely worth it. Thank you guys for watching. This was Professor Jester. Socials in the description, and you guys have a good day.